Hello, this is Coffee Hound Retro Sharka. Welcome to another QuickBytes. We have here, on this episode, one of my favourite SNES games that was released only in Europe and Japan, and also Australia. And here's Human Corporations, the Firemen. This is a curious thing, and there were two firefighting games in 1994, both kind of similar, which is like a strange coincidence, but yeah. Let's set the scene then with this amazing and somewhat depressing intro from Human that has some commentary on the world of this future year 2010. So, as we can see, this is what do you call it? It's like a top-down, semi-isometric. It's not quite, but it's that kind of like shifted perspective. And it puts you in the shoes, or rather boots, big rubbery boots, of a duo of future firefighters, at least from the perspective of 1994. With a seemingly bottomless portable water tank and an axe that puts out fires, and it's instantly reminds me of things like Secret of Evermore and Illusion of Time, Terror Dinkham, but there's not the action RPG elements. It kind of almost is an action RPG, but there's no inventory, and it's more of an action shmup, basically, with instead of bullets, you got a fire hose. You don't have to put out the fires on each area, and they will kind of just respawn anyway if you come back to an area. So yeah, just take out the ones that are in your way. And right now, a bridge is in our way. Well, collapsed one. So into the water we go. It does a pretty good job of shaking up the environments from time to time before they start feeling labyrinthy and samey. And even though it looks like there's a sprawling map, it is a pretty linear game, so you won't have to worry about getting lost and exploring around too much. Every so often, you will come across what are in effect boss fights, mid and end boss fights, and yeah, these are a nice little diversion from the walking around, squirting, and room to rooming. Yes, it's tough stuff, but fortunately, you've got a continuous system. And you start off where basically where you die, which is really nice. There's no backtracking, which yeah, I really appreciate. And the partner AI is surprisingly good. They are actually useful, not just a hindrance. Well, that's aside from they didn't know where to go, but yeah. It's a shame though that there is no two-player co-op. It would be perfect for a two-player game. I'm not quite sure why they didn't think to include one. I guess because there's quite a bit of like banter and stuff like that. But yeah, it would have been nice to have it as an option. And there we are, stage 1 clear. I really like the Firemen. It's such a charming and fun game. It's long been one of my favourites. I first encountered this thanks to SNES and just going through all the SNES ROMs I could find and trying the ones I missed out. Because, yeah, I had a SNES back in the day, but I didn't have that many games for it. And the Fireman certainly wasn't one. And I don't suppose it's one that many people have these days because it is eye-wateringly expensive. It's on eBay for a completing box. It's like £1,500. It's insanely pricey. And so yeah, it's a shame, and I don't know if it ever got any kind of re-release on Virtual Console or anything like that, or if it's just been lost to time, which is a shame. And I would say just emulate it and play it. It's worth it. And I really hope this gets some kind of re-release. There is kind of like I mentioned earlier, like another firefighting game called The Ignition Factor. I don't like that half as much. It's a Jaleco game, and it's a lot more serious in graphic style. It's a bit more of an action RPG, but I don't find it as half as much as fun to play. There was a PlayStation sequel to this, which I haven't tried yet, but apparently isn't well liked. And it's also like a spiritual successor, kind of, in the form of Roscoe McQueen on PlayStation 1 as well. Well, that brings us to the end of our Quick Bites. I will say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I've encouraged you to give the Fireman a try. And until the next Quick Bites, this is Coffee and Retro Sharka, signing off.